Hi, I'm Daniel Carpenter, and this is Psammophile Postcards. As we approach the outskirts of the city and the plane begins to land, I look out over the desert behind me and concern myself with the final words from the men from everywhere. She'll be late. Printed on a postcard and slapped into my letterbox in the dead of night on a happy hour Wednesday 2 weeks ago. On the front, a wish you were here holiday couple trekking through the Sahara. The woman in the couple is clearly her, and even though the whole thing has been faked, I'm more than a little flattered that someone has gone so far out of their way to get me here. Maybe, if I was being honest with myself, I was already looking for a reason to leave. When I land, I notice the differences immediately. Since the sandstorm took control, even streets outside the airport have been left desolate. Buildings made from the compacted sandstone are indistinguishable from the air, and only the distant rumble of traffic resounds across the roads. A man stands defiant in front of a rusted taxi. He has my name printed in calligraphied Arabic handwriting on a whiteboard. That's me, I tell him. He's wearing an old rubber gas mask which covers his face and nods back towards the taxi, mumbling something. I climb in. He doesn't have any identification on the dashboard, nor is there a meter counting out miles and costs. He doesn't remove his gas mask, and I instinctively bring a scarf up from my bag and put it up against my mouth. Brief glimpses of the outside world come in the form of windscreen wiped views. "Did they send you?" I ask. He doesn't respond. I sit in the middle of the back seat and lean forwards, trying to make the most of my minute insights into the city as we pass through. There's nothing to see here. Sometimes I grab an image, a family in a house, a woman bathing her son, a group of men playing cards, drinking, smoking, a woman smiling. Now, these images come at me when I shut my eyes and wipe the sand away. They're not the images of this city. They're of home, of me, of her. Did the men from everywhere send you? I lean forwards this time and address it to his gas mask. He doesn't respond. I try the opposite tactic. "I heard you were building an army." I smirk. "Some kind of takeover of this whole place?" No answer. Doesn't look like much. Not from where I'm sat anyway. You seem a bit thin on the ground, soldier-wise, I mean. I don't see much of anything except for you. Are you looking to take on the whole world on your lonesome? He breaks, sudden. I lurch forward and get thrown back into the seat, and he turns to me. And even through the gas mask, I can see him smiling. He mumbles, a breathy, distorted mumble. "What, are you finally learning to speak?" He lifts the mask a fraction so I can see his stubbly lips. Sand. He reaches into his pocket and hands me a postcard. I take it from him and have a look. It's the same wish you were here couple hiking up the dunes. My face is plastered onto the guy, her face on the woman. I flip it over. Nothing on the back. "She'll be late," he says, and pulls the gas mask down. I look out of the passenger window. All I can see is sand. The story you just heard was Psammophile Postcards, which is published on Éclat Fiction, a website. My other work has been published on Rainy City Stories, Metazen, and in the National Flash Fiction Day anthology called Jawbreakers, alongside Ali Smith and Ian Rankin. I guess I'm mostly inspired by writers like J.G. Ballard and Don DeLillo, and people who write about very surreal things but ground it in a lot of reality. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'm at dancarpenter85.